Hello everyone, I am here. How's everyone doing today? I am so short behind my desk. I need to change where my VTuber is. There we go. That's a little better. How are we all doing this afternoon? I am doing good, thank you. How are you? We're trying a thing today. So I'm doing both a local recording and a stream recording, which I really should be doing anyway. Hi, Senko! But it's because I want to play Animal Crossing music, and if Nintendo decides to smite my ass for copyright and mute this stream, I at least have a copy of it. It's a pretty low stakes one. My homework ones I don't typically do a lot with. They're more to motivate me, but it's still nice to have. You're doing very good too. I am glad to hear it. I was a few minutes late today because why don't you just separate your audio? I could do that too, but the local recording is, I think, supposed to be better quality anyway, so I am happy to do it this way. It's fine by me. I don't know, this is the solution I whipped up in the past 15 minutes, so. Separating audio is way less heavy on your dying PC. Okay, I will figure out that for next time then. This is how we're doing it this time. It seems to not be acting up too much on me, so that's the reason we're experimenting on this stream and not like one of my sketchbook streams, because honestly, I'm not going to be super upset if I lose the footage for this one. It would suck, but like not that bad. But yeah, anyway, I'm a little bit late because I went to Tim Hortons before starting stream, because I am hungry. So I have my lunch here. It's like half eaten. I ate some of it on my little like 5-minute countdown amidst trying to get everything set up, but that's the current state of affairs. We're doing homework today. Let me pull up my Pomodoro timer. So these are gonna be like, if you haven't been with us for a homework stream before, we do a little bit more low-key. I'm a little less chatty. Although sometimes, like, I do them completely without mic. I prefer having my VTuber and mic for them, but I will be less chatty. That'll be the thing with them. So yeah, we're gonna do that. My plan for today... Sorry, I'm trying to get the timer set up at the same time I'm talking. The plan for today is that I have some more work to do in my figure drawing class, which is, I think, has been like my most whatchamacallit, I cannot multitask, guys. It's so bad. It's been like my most stream kind of homework topic because a lot of the work that I do for it is traditional. So we're gonna be working in the sketchbook again. Today we're focusing on learning to age the figure. So drawing old people and young people, with both of which I am not very good at. So we're gonna do some studies of that. I'm doing this in like the 50-10 kind of study block method, I guess we'll call it. Writing stuff down. I'm doing that, which basically just means it's 5-0, so I'll be doing 50 minutes of work and then 10 minutes of break. And for ad spacing, I will run my ads over those breaks, so it can encourage us all to like get up and have a little stretch and all of that kind of stuff. I will say I did change my ad settings since last stream. What I did was, so last stream I had them just on 1 minute at a time, and because I didn't want them to be like too intrusive or annoying. But what happened when I did that is it enabled, or like partially enabled, pre-rolls. So people who were trying to get on the stream just to like briefly check out what was going on were immediately getting hit with a pre-roll, which I think is like a little bit of a turnoff when you're just trying to check out a streamer, and now you gotta sit through an ad to just like even be able to see like what they're doing today. So I did, boo hiss, have to turn up ad duration. Well, I didn't have to, but I chose to try it this way. I turned up the ad duration to 3 minutes, which is a little long, but it does completely disable pre-roll ads. So hopefully that works okay. We're trying to find like a balance of it. So I hope that works okay. Yeah. I will lurk for now. Need to do stuff for school? Good. That's what this stream is for. I know this is going to be a very lurky type stream. We're all going to be working. It's nice for that. It's kind of just like having a friend to study with. And I should, without further ado, get back into the book. Ugh. Like a bit of pepper or something got stuck in the back of my throat. That sucks. Okay, let me hop over to my desk camera. Okay, there. Now I'm like a little bit more reasonably sized with the desk. That's nice. Let's adjust my lamp. It's kind of in the way here. I've been doing this for so long and I still don't know what the best positioning for this lamp is to get it to illuminate my book without completely blowing it out, but we'll figure it out. I need just better lighting in this corner. I think that's part of it. It's not entirely the lamp's fault, but you know, it is what it is. Well, I wanted to show you guys as well. I made a nifty little pocket in the back of my sketchbook for all of my handouts, and I was very proud of that. So yeah, that's just an extra thing I did. That's not super important to today, but I do need a handout out of here. I also put my VTuber camera in a different spot, so hopefully it'll track my face a little bit better, because I know it's been struggling a little bit lately. I've been watching back some of my stream footage. I'm like, why do I keep clipping out? I keep disappearing. So hopefully that does a little better here. It seems to be doing okay so far. Where the hell is this handout? Here it is. I can't show this one to you guys because there are naked people in it, and I think I will get in trouble if I show that on stream, so I'm not gonna do that. But trust me, it's here. And I'm gonna do some referencing off of that. I'm not going to draw the people naked because Twitch, but that's fine. They're not gonna be naked in the final cut positions either. I think my camera had autofocus turned back on for whatever reason because it's kind of freaking out, so let me fix that for you guys really quick. So much troubleshooting. Wouldn't be a proper stream without it. Turn those off. Turn my exposure down. Saturation a little bit. I feel like I need to color correct this thing like every single time I start a stream. It's a little annoying. Oh, and it's like flickering now. Why are we flickering? What's it doing? Oh, it's probably coming from my LED lights, that's why. Hold on, let me turn those off. Let's see if that does anything. Yeah, it just doesn't like those. Okay. There we go. I caused the problem. It was my fault. Okay. Now, with all of that out of the way, geez, let's bring up my window capture. That's not what I wanted. What? It's just capturing the same window. I guess it probably helps if I open it. There we go. All right. I apologize for all the chaos that is going on today, you guys. This has been bad. Where is it? Where did it go? Alright, I'm making a new window. This is not working. There, apparently it likes it when I do it like that. That's annoying. Okay, let's put that up there. But that size looks good. We're just gonna make a couple settings adjustments and then finally we can start. I was gonna do... where'd it go? I lost it. There it is. That one. And then we're gonna change the time. Where's the time setting? I have to open the thing more. To 50:10. There we go. There, okay. Get this window back down to size. It's still covering my face. There. And now we can start. Jeez, that took forever. Sorry about that, guys. Let's start the study session. I'm gonna need some reminders to hydrate today because I have not had enough water and I can kind of feel it. I'm kind of already not feeling fantastic today, so I'm like, I know I'm exasperating it. I mean, it is likely just because of the water on its own, but... So, the goal is to drink more, which I say like every single stream. Like, we need to be reminding me to have water today. Okay. So I have like graphite pencils, which I'll be doing for like, I think more of the rough work, but when I do studies, I like to use highlighters. Which I think you guys have probably seen, like, my sketching process by now. It probably is starting to look a little bit familiar to you. I'm just selecting a handful of colors to use for today. There. That's a nice array. Lots of pinks and then also a blue in there. So I like to typically do highlighters and then I'll grab some inking pens for on top of that. No, I do not want to update to Windows 10. Please remind me later. Okay, and I've got the inking pens ready. So, now let's begin. My first 50 minutes, I think I want to use solely just for doing some studies and improving my composition abilities. So we're gonna start with like this reference sheet here that I can't show you. And then we're gonna work from there. I'm gonna probably go onto Pinterest and find some references as well. I really like having the Animal Crossing music. It's so fun, so vibey. I've been in such an Animal Crossing phase lately. I've talked about it on here before. It's just been, I've been playing it a lot again. My camera does not like this color, does it? I'm gonna adjust it. I'm gonna adjust it again. It'll be quick, I promise. I've been in such an Animal Crossing mood. It's been crazy. My, oh no, that does not look good. That's way too overexposed, so we'll keep it there. Yeah, that's making the focus worse. Yeah, it needs to stay about there. Okay. Then it's mostly just this. Need to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. That looks a little bit more like the pink that it is in real life. But yeah, I've been so, like, Animal Crossing pilled lately, it's been crazy. And, like, lately my quote-unquote morning routine, because I feel like when you think of a morning routine, you think of more like... You think of more like, you know, like I get up and I wash my face and I make myself a good breakfast and I do a workout and like all of that kind of stuff. Which I think is a lot of the time the associations I have with morning routines as well. But for me lately, my morning routine has been I wake up, I go down into my kitchen and I make a coffee and then I bring my coffee back to bed with me and I sit there and I play Animal Crossing. Which, honestly, I must say has been doing wonders for my mental health. It's been so nice. Makes me feel like so relaxed and happy in the morning. I think the one thing I need to get better at with it though is just like setting myself a timer, especially because this week is reading week, so I don't really have like, you know, I don't need to be out of bed by a certain time. So the problem is that I kind of just, I sit there and I play Animal Crossing and then like I look at my phone and I'm like, oh, and it's noon. So that's, I think, the one downside, but yeah, I'm not done with Animal Crossing yet. I've got more to do with that. I really want to get it to a point where I'm like happy with my island, you know what I mean? My proportions seem really wacky on this so far, but that's why I'm gonna do like a base with that, and then we're gonna come back on top with a couple other markers, and like flesh out kind of where everything actually is. Plus, they're just studies, so if they're like bad to start, the goal is to get better, you know what I mean? It's the joy of doing art studies, isn't it? I am so bad at like proportions for anything other than like kind of the standard 20-something-year-old. Because like proportions work differently based on age. And it's like kind of annoying to try and figure out. And I still really don't think I'm very good at it. I don't know, I don't like drawing children. I can draw like old people, I do sometimes, but I don't think I'm very good at their proportions either. But like it's specifically children. I'm like, I don't want to draw a child. So I just like never bothered to learn how to do child proportions. I feel like if someone asked me to draw a baby, I would draw it the way like babies were drawn in a medieval painting. Where it's like, it's just a tiny man. Honestly, I think that's the funniest answer to being asked to draw a baby. I don't know, should I bother doing face and hair? I may as well, just to kind of finish off the study. I should draw. So this is like a continuation. If you're around for the I don't even know what to call it, I guess like figure in the environment project that I was doing, that was based off of Pride and Prejudice, this is kind of just a continuation of the same thing. Like I'm drawing the same character, just instead I have to draw them at 3 different ages now. So we're drawing Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice. Or at least we're attempting to. And then we're kind of doing like aging up through 3 different compositions. One thing that I really want to do that I'm not going to do on stream because it'll be a boring thing to watch, but that I will do probably for... And then I get to cover up the entire body. I probably shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. It helps to at least have the practice of getting those proportions down, you know what I mean? One thing I will probably do off stream for this project is I want to do some research about how like the fashion styles changed over like the decades that this like before and after the book, because the book is set in like 1810s Regency era. So, you know, the outfits in like whatever illustrations or movies of this thing are very Regency. This like empire waist with the thin belt and these long skirts. Very much like that, but like obviously the fashion changes even from decade to decade. So I'd be interested to see like what the fashion in like the decades before and after looked like, so that I can like use that on my figure in order to like also show age. I think that would be a good touch. Our prof also wants us to focus on like the aging of the hands and stuff like that, so we might have to draw the bane of my existence. I might do some... I don't care as much about like the younger hands, those are fine, but particularly older people's hands, we might do some studies of those. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. I'm in a pretty good mood because it's reading week this week. So I get some time off, and that is very welcome, even if the time off is literally just spent doing schoolwork. What's up? Hi, Mercer, welcome! We're doing some figure studies. We're drawing young people and old people. Glad you could make it to stream. How are you doing? Oh, and look at that fade. The Animal Crossing music is working perfectly. Maybe she actually does look younger in this. Maybe I've done okay. I know faces are like a little bit more squished when they're younger. I'm good. I always make it to stream. You do. I see you here like most of my streams. It's pretty impressive, honestly. Kind of messed up the eye shape on that left eye. Good thing it's practice. And I'll draw some close-ups of the face in a little bit. I want to try and get as many studies as I can done, so I'm gonna just like kind of keep hurrying through them. We want them to be quick because I'm trying to learn. You are dedicated. You're a very dedicated fan. And it is much appreciated. Let me put that on a different tab so we don't lose our timer. Not how you spell Pinterest. And I promise today I'm not gonna spend like 10 minutes scrolling through what to draw. Also, your time zone lands it pretty well with mine, so it's usually at a pretty good time. Yeah, I think like when I typically stream ends up being like in the evening for you, right? So, a good stream time. I think that's how I accidentally ended up appealing to so many people from different time zones. I just stream at a really convenient time for people to catch it in the evenings. Oops. Pretty much. You've got a stream later that's at 2 a.m. Oh yeah, that's a little early. Alright. So many references. I kind of just gotta pick one and get drawing. And that one apparently has been deleted, so we won't do that one. There, that's alright. Oops. Let me not move my entire webcam. I just want the reference photo. I'm not gonna put these up on the stream just because I don't really have room for them. So we're just gonna go for it. I'll put my chat on this side so I can still read it while I work. Just little adjustments. Let's bring that back. Did you guys know that you can turn ads off for, or you can still turn ads on for people who are subscribed to your channel? I found that out when I was going through ad settings yesterday, and I was like, why would you do that? Like, I think one of the big reasons to subscribe, like, other than obviously just to support a streamer that you like, is so that you don't get ads on a channel that you watch frequently. Like, I think that's one of the big perks. Like, why would you turn that? Why would you make it so people can't do that? Please no. I would never. No. If you're paying for a subscription to me, you do not have to watch my ads. I think that's, like, ridiculous. I feel like that's a really good way to remove the incentive of a bunch of people to subscribe. So I would not, I promise. I think I'm still gonna opt to draw her hair the way I want to draw her hair. I like the way those markers layer over each other. How's your schoolwork with the perspectives been going? They are done. I submitted them. I'm not very happy with them, to be completely honest with you. I don't think they turned out great. But that's partially on the fact that I had to finish them while I was sick. I would like to revisit them and, like, work on them a little bit more. Like, they're fine. Like, they don't look awful, but I definitely, like, if I wasn't, you know, absolutely, like, bedridden with a cold, I think they would have come out a lot better, you know what I mean? So, but I got them done. It's like, I think the night before they were due, and I was still, like, so sick, and I was like, I made myself, like, a little nest in my bed, and I had, like, my little, like, goldfish and fruit to try and make me feel better. And I was just, like, I had dragged my drawing tablet over to my bed, and I was, like, all, like, holed up in my blanket for it, just trying to get this stupid thing done. Typical artist, critical of your awesome work. Thank you. I try not to be too mean about my work, but I genuinely do think I could have done better on that one. But I guess I do say that about a lot of things, so maybe I am just being overly critical. I think that's a pretty good, younger face. I'm pretty happy with that. Take the brush pen to it. I have a, so on Friday, if you guys have seen my schedule, which is posted to the Discord, on Friday I'm doing, like, a game stream, and I've set it as, like, chat choice, and I literally only did that because I knew I wanted to play a game of some sort, and I just didn't know what game I wanted to play, so I decided that I would no longer be the one making that decision. So think of what games you want me to play on Friday. Have that in your mind. I'll do this part with the smaller pen. I do not trust myself to do the face with the brush pen. I'm sure I could make it work, but yeah, I don't trust myself to do that. I don't think that'll work out. I've been thinking so much about, like, stream goals lately. I think since I hit affiliate, like, my brain has just, like... Since I've hit affiliate and, like, my brain has accepted that affiliate is a thing that happened, because it took a while for me to, like, actually fully process that it was real. Like, it wasn't until I started filling out those tax forms that I was like, oh wow, this is, like, a real thing that is happening. But yeah, since I got there, my brain's just been on full, like, improvement mode, like, oh, what's next? What can we make happen next? So I'm, like, sitting here thinking about, like, oh, like, I'd like to get more viewers. I'd like to, you know, like, even just, like, I'd be happy with, like, however many viewers, like, but I don't know. I think I've been trying to reel myself in a little bit. Like, okay, so we can't just set our sights on 100 immediately, or like whatever other arbitrary number. It's like we start with like getting to like 5 returning viewers, and then we get to 10, and then, you know, we go so on and so forth from there. But also I think setting goals like that is unrealistic, because ultimately I can't control if people, you know, if people even end up seeing my stream on the recommended page, right? Like, I can control the things I do to keep my streams engaging, but ultimately I can't really control if, you know, people even see that the stream is up. So, I know, I'm trying to, like, reel in my brain a little bit, because I think it is, like, a little unfair to myself to be like, oh, like, I've gotta do all of this stuff when I'm still, like, you know, just starting out. And I think I'll burn myself out, right, if I keep trying to set big goals or expectations for myself like that. So we start small. I need to get better at networking. That's, like, where my brain is at, because I always forget to do raids and stuff at the end of my streams. And I'm like, I think even if I just set a goal to start raiding more people, I could make some more streamer friends, which I do need. Try to find more references. This one's cute. We'll do this one. Why did zooming in shrink the image? Thank you, Pinterest. You make so much sense. They just have a view larger button that I always forget exists. Oh, I made the head way too big for what this reference is. Okay, let's make it a little smaller than that. Oh, there's probably okay. Ugh, my nose is itchy. Oh, I had a really fun experience last night. It was about 4 in the morning. And I woke up to the really lovely, delightful sound of my cat throwing up. So that was really nice. I had to, like, get out of bed, clean it up, hang out with her for a little bit to make sure that she was okay. And then, you know, by the time I finally got back to bed, it was 5 o'clock. She is just fine, but you know, sometimes cats just throw up. But she was totally okay. She's been going about her life as usual since, so. Either she had a bit of an upset tummy or she did it on purpose to spite me. Why people own cats I will never understand. Because they're cute and cuddly and friendly. I love my cat even when she is a menace. Trying to do poses like this are a little bit tricky. I've never woke up to the sound of my dog puking. I mean, fair, but I mean, dogs still throw up. Dogs still make messes. Just maybe not in, like, the same way as cats do. Lies. Dogs can do no wrong. Hey, I love dogs too. I'm just saying, pretty much any animal you own is gonna make a mess at some point in its life, right? I need to make the arms longer. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and draw like the skirt of a dress folded up for this pose. And I just wanted to practice like moving the body around, which I think I did achieve. But let's see, what are my proportions? I think the legs should be a little bit thinner. If we're drawing like teenagers, they're definitely like a little bit more like scraggly, a little bit more twig. At least typically teenagers, I think, tend to be a little bit more lanky. Someday, I'll get good at drawing feet. Today is not that day. Also, I don't think I want to do feet studies on Twitch. I did say, I mean, if you're here for the affiliate party stream with my slideshow, I did talk about like doing my little like art boot camp thing in the summer. And you know, hands and feet are definitely things that I need to practice. So maybe I should just like bundle them together. Instead of, you know, just having one stream where I draw feet, maybe I'll do like hands and feet, and then it's a little less weird. Hopefully. I don't really want to bother too much with doing clothes for this one. I kind of just want the pose, you know? So I might leave it like this, because I feel like if I start doing a face and hair, then it like, yeah, then it looks like I'm actually just drawing a figure without clothes. I'm trying to be nice to Twitch's TOS. I don't want them to get mad at me for drawing naked. Although I think you actually can draw stuff like that, you just have to like set your stream to 18+. I don't know, man. I just work here. Hand studies definitely need to happen very soon, though. And gonna draw this figure. It needed to be slouched over a little bit more, and I didn't really do that with the perspective quite right. Oof, it is chilly in here today. I am cold. I might need to go grab an extra sweater at break time. I also want to finish my Tim Hortons. I'm like staring at my potato wedges longingly across the table. That's a pretty decent pose. Alright, back to the depths of Pinterest we go. Let's see what else we've got. This is a good pose. We can draw this pose. I want to do a little bit more practice with some posing, because I think that's really where a lot of my struggles lie. Like, if I'm just doing, like, you know, like a chart kind of thing, or like a character design sheet where they're just, like, T-posing or arms at their side kind of thing, where I have, like, the little measurements for all of the proportions behind them, like, that's fine. That's not too bad. But it's, I think, drawing, you know, people of different ages in poses and then keeping the proportions accurate within those poses. I think that's where I really struggle. So that's what I want to practice. And I think we're gonna do, I mean, obviously we're at like 20 minutes left in this, this session. So I think we're gonna finish off the 50 minutes for this one, and we'll keep it all on this study page for like my teenager studies, and then we'll go on to my old people studies for the next 50, and then I have to make some roughs, and so we'll spend the last 2 to 3 sessions dependent on how long those roughs take to do. We'll spend those doing those roughs. I did block out 5 hours for myself this afternoon. And this is the only like bit of studying that I'm doing today, so I'm okay to do it for a long time. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. I will work until it's done. Unless it ends up taking me until like 6 or 7, then I'll stop. But for the most part, like I do not think it'll take me that long. I think I'm gonna keep this one just the pose as well. I'm not gonna worry about detailing the figure. I can detail the figure just fine. I know I'm good at that. I think it's just kind of trying to pick my battles here of like what actually needs to be practiced and what I'm doing okay at. Feet will be in shoes, so I'm not too bothered about like drawing perfectly accurate feet. The stool's not important, but may as well just note that it's there. Where'd my brush pen go? There it is. Oh, I'm drawing off the top of the screen a little bit. That's the one thing I have to remember when I'm doing like zoomed in drawing is to, you know, move my book around when I move to a different spot of it. I've been trying to get back into making YouTube shorts again, because I think they did help my engagement. I don't know, I hope. I hope that they were working, because I definitely did get some, like, just, like, one-off subscribers from people who would, like, see a YouTube short and then come not subscribe. The free one on Twitch. Follow. That one. I'd have some people who would, like, just follow my Twitch based on my YouTube shorts. And that was nice. So I would like to get back to doing some more YouTube shorts when I can. It's like, well, what do I turn into shorts? So I think I'm just gonna be doing, like, my weekly sketchbook spreads that I do on stream, but, like, in shorts form. So obviously video sped way up and all of that kind of stuff, just given, like, a brief overview of the process of making it. I think it's kind of the best solution. I'm sitting cross-legged in my chair now, it's time. We're getting real comfy. Okay, let's find... I think I want, like, a standing pose. I think that's gonna be best. If I can find a standing pose. A lot of these are... A lot of the time they're kind of hard to find. This one will work. Sure. I did this one so big that I'm kind of having to work around it with everything else now. Something like that should do okay. We'll go back to using the bright pink. I think having my camera here is working. My model seems to be losing tracking less, which is good. Little embarrassed to say that it took me this long to figure out, hey, just put the camera, like, closer to where your face is. This shouldn't be rocket science, but apparently it is. Okay, there's a little bit of a lean. I don't think it's actually that dramatic. Okay. There we go. I'll have to clean that up with the other marker when I come in over top. Something like that. Maybe let's try the blue over top, just for some variety. I think this face study, this one up here, I keep looking back at it, I'm like, oh yeah, that one turned out good. Good, it makes me feel more confident that I'll be able to do this. Oh, we were talking about ads earlier. I forgot to mention one other thing about them. I turned on Twitch just has like a built-in alert for it now. So there should be like a chat message when ads are supposed to be starting. I don't know. We're gonna see how it works today, and if I still feel that it doesn't give us like enough warning for the ads, I'm gonna go find like another bot that can send like a 5-minute warning or something. Because I know it sends me a 5-minute warning, but I don't know how much notice it gives chat about it. So we'll have to see. I don't know how I feel about that study. Okay, we got... Oh wait, no, I'm gonna do it. I guess I'm gonna clean it up with the brush pen first, and then we're gonna decide. It's pretty useful, yeah. Like, hopefully that one will work. Because I'm not sure if it sends the notification, like, right when ads are starting, because like in that case, if it's just like, oh, ads are starting now, like right when the ads are starting, it's like, yeah, no shit, thanks Twitch. But I'm hoping it'll give you guys at least a few minutes of warning for when the ads go off, because, you know, I want to earn money, but I also want to not make things too annoying for you guys, so I'm trying to get like utilities to help it out. I'm like so careful. I'm so scared of accidentally like turning my channel into an ad farm. Which like I know there's like some level of like intention behind that. Like if I'm trying to just like farm ad revenue off my channel, like I will be aware of it. I will be a conscious participant in that choice, but I'm like, I don't know, whenever I adjust them, I'm like, oh, I hope people don't think that I'm like being greedy. Okay, I think I made it worse. I think the hand positioning is just awkward, and I didn't get, like, the lean quite right. I think I overcorrected with the leg. It's definitely more like that kind of thing. Oh well, they can't all be winners. Let's go find 1 or 2 more to do. I'm running out of space. I think I may have drawn the arms too long. I'm gonna fix that in a sec. I was just thinking about, like, because, I don't know, the arms are very long and thin for teenagers. I think I made them a little bit too long. Got in my head thinking about it. Yeah, that looks a little rough. Let me come back and fix that now. Okay, let's fix the arm length. The rest would be about here, and then the hand is about here. Just needed a little bit shortened. It was a little uncanny how I had it before. My room on this page for studies is pretty much full. I mean, that's good. That means we did lots of work. But... There we go. I mean, these have been helpful for looking at how some proportions work. I appreciate that. I've got like 5 minutes left, so why don't we like flip over to this page and we'll just like start. We'll get a little bit of a head start on doing the older figure studies. I said I was thinking about like age 50 or 60 in this, so like older, but not like senior. So let's try and do something like that. I'm starting again with just like the standing figure from my handout that I can't show you guys because nudity. I think definitely a lot more like boxy at this point. I really appreciate doing this with highlighters. It makes it so much easier to just like quickly block in stuff. I've generally just had a lot more fun doing sketches since I started doing them predominantly with highlighters. It's been a good method, I definitely recommend it. Then I will definitely have to do some hand studies on this page because, I don't know, practicing drawing wrinkly hands is like a whole other ballpark. And while I definitely don't want to make her look like she's like, you know, 80 years old, I definitely want to try and show some age in the figure, which is something I struggle with. So we're gonna see. I mean, there's already some more age in this figure than some of what I typically work with. But I think that's partially because I don't draw very detailed figures in my typical art style. That part is very like cartoon anime based. Like I don't detail my figures that much. Once again, very like just basic block feet because that's not what this study is about. And the hands are also going to get the same treatment because I'm going to worry about them later when we're looking at them a little bit more closely. I did a face on this figure for the other one, but I think I want to kind of just leave this one plain like that. Just for the reference, I think it'll be more helpful to be able to see this. Let's do some quick outlining with the brush pen, so I can really see what all I'm doing with this one. Oh, those are some clean brushstroke lines. I really enjoyed that part. Well, there's my ad break warning. It doesn't look like it sent your guys's yet. It's not for another 4 minutes, but I'm gonna run them when we take a break here. All right. There we go. It is break time. We have 10 minutes of break. I am going to run that ad break right now, so that you guys aren't missing any of the drawing. And now's a good time to go get a snack or get some water or stretch or whatever else you guys need to do. I will see you back here. I mean, I will be here for most of the 10 minutes, although I'm going to mute myself because I'm going to have some food. But yeah, I'll see you guys back here for more work in about 10 minutes, or in about, I guess, 3 for some chatting over our break. So I'll see you guys soon. No, I actually need to press the ad break button. Oh, there we go. I think when I run the ads myself, though, I think when I run them myself, it doesn't send a notification, which I guess kind of makes sense, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna go get a thicker sweater and some more stuff to try and keep me warm, because I'm like literally shaking over here. And then I'm gonna have some more food. So I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, hello, I am back. I ended up taking off for the entire break because I wanted to have some lunch, and I also layered up a little bit. Got myself some more clothes on. Have some extra layers now, so I'm a little less chilly. And I'll adjust that next time we come back to the just chatting frame. Let's head back over to the desk. I realized over break as well that I forgot to light my candle, and I was so excited. I was so excited to do that. I was like, oh, I like having a nice candle while I'm studying. I don't know. It feels like it helps me focus. So I'm gonna light it. It's the same Walmart candle I use like every stream, but it's getting like a little bit shallow, so it's hard. Like it's burnt quite a bit, so it's kind of hard to light with the lighter anymore without like burning my hand. Did I get it? There we go, I got it. Precarious. Haven't burnt myself yet, but it's scary. Alright, let's do some studies. Typically find a lot better reference for older women than for younger women. I've just noticed that about Pinterest. Stop showing me Mid-Journey results. I don't want Mid-Journey. Alright, this is a real person and not AI. I think I may have a little bit of an easier time with the figures for the older studies, but I definitely want to work on the faces and the hands. So let's start on that. Sorry, I'm baffled by my ad manager here. It's like, oh, your pre-rolls are off for 5 minutes and 45 seconds, and your next ad is in 51 minutes. I'm like, oh, so sorry to anyone who catches this in that, like, 15-second window. I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess, because they'd see an ad anyway, but that's kind of funny. I'm like, why aren't they just off completely? Like, I'm gonna run the ad. I have many new things to learn about with the world of affiliate. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean up those hands for sure. There are hands in this picture. So let's get right to that. My hands are still so chilly. It's really cold down here. I've got like an extra blanket. I changed into like fuzzy sweatpants to hopefully keep myself warm. I've got an extra. There's no escaping it. I'm just always cold. I find it hard to draw, like, fingers interlocking poses like this. They feel really, like, strange. But we're gonna try. For the sake of the study, we're gonna try. I think it's just, like, visualizing the way the hand works on either side of the interlocking, if that makes sense. I think, like, that is alright. And then I'll come back and pick them out with the pen and... how much wrinkling detail do I want to do on this study? Or do I want to focus more on the face? I might add, like, some subtle detail and then we'll do, like, a close-up of the hands afterwards. The problem with this project for me is really going to be that I don't know a lot of, like, people who will be able to model for me for it. Like, I definitely do not know any children that are the age that I need to draw anymore. I don't know, I used to, but they all grew up. So I'm like, and no one I'm really, like, related to or close to has, like, any young kids in their lives either, so... I'm not bothering making this look like the character, I'm just studying what is on my reference. Trying to keep my line art really quick for these, because I always have to remind myself that it's a study, and the point is, like, to practice and not to make a masterpiece. Especially with ones like these, where I'm doing them as, like, a precursor to starting a different part of a project. I'm like, I need to keep these a little bit quicker, otherwise I waste all of my time doing the studies, and then I don't do what I need to do with the project. Practice is good, but, like... shouldn't really be at a detriment to... shouldn't really be at a detriment to the other work I need to get done, right? We're almost at 2 o'clock here, which means we get 2 o'clock Animal Crossing music. Which, honestly, I think 2 o'clock might be my least favorite music. It's not, like, bad enough for me to want to, you know, change what we're listening to, but I think definitely if I had to pick a least favorite hourly music, it would be 2 o'clock. Okay, let's come in with the more detailed pen, the thinner pen. Not that thin. Where's the O3? There it is. Hard to kind of figure out where I'm supposed to be placing wrinkles from, like, so far away. And they look kind of weird on this study. Maybe we'll save the big details for when I do, like, a proper hand study, which maybe we'll do next. Oh, excuse me. I see you got that evil mastermind pose. Yes, I do. Also, welcome back. It is a pretty, like, evil mastermind pose. The reference I've got is just this lady looking pretty confident, but it is definitely, like, the well, you've fallen right into my trap kind of hands. Here's the 2 o'clock music I was talking about. It's just like that I find kind of annoying. I may have added too many wrinkles or made them too defined. I think this has been like a long-running problem with me is I can't add wrinkles to a face without making someone look like they're like 90 years old. Which is like, I don't know. I think I need to get better at, because I have like I have like a decently simplified style. So I'm like, I think I need to get better at picking like which wrinkles to show and which wrinkles to hide. Because I think the moment I add a line to the face, it's like, oh, I am drawing an old person. Yeah. All right, let's draw some hands. I'm just gonna look up old person hands on Pinterest and see how that does. Yeah, that helped. This is a good reference. We'll start with this. Let's draw some hands. I really don't ever study hands because, like a lot of artists do, I really don't like drawing them. I thought that would go away as I got older and got better at art, but now everyone in art school kind of just bitches about how much we hate hands together. This reference has 2 hands. I'm just gonna draw 1 for the sake of, like, really being able to focus in on the details. Let's do this with a different color first, and then see how that goes. I just knocked my pencil case off my table. Oops. Alright, let's just get that out of the way there. Maybe if I'm so passionate about Animal Crossing, I should just play that on stream on Friday. We got Animal Crossing vibes in this mucus right now. I love autocorrect, yeah. This just, like, straight up is Animal Crossing music. We're doing an experiment to see if I'm gonna get in trouble for using it or not. Because I think Nintendo's, like, new laws with their, or new, like, regulations with their music and, like, all of that is that you can use it for, like, transformative purposes, which, you know, is supposed to include, like, streams and videos and stuff like that. And I definitely see, like, other, like, especially, like, Nintendo streamers just use, like, an assortment of Nintendo music for their streams. So I'm like, I think it's probably okay. But, like, I don't know, I am so, like, worried about copyright. And I know I probably won't get in trouble, like, it'll just, like... The worst that'll happen to me is that my video audio will get muted. Okay, these wrinkles are not looking the way I want them to. But yeah, the worst that'll happen is my video audio gets muted, which is why I'm locally recording this as well. But yeah, I hope it lets me use it too, because I would love to use, like, a cute little Nintendo mix for my streams. Or even just, like, I like having the Animal Crossing hourly music, actually. It's really fun. Okay, this looks like a disaster right now. Let's fix that. I hope not. I love Animal Crossing music. Yeah. I'm hoping. We got our fingers crossed. Nope, that's the graphic pen and not the brush pen. I did that 2 times in a row. Yeah, so maybe the plan for Friday will be, though, that I'll start off playing Animal Crossing so we don't have, like, this awkward pause where I'm sitting around like, well, guys, what do you think we should play? And then I'll just take game requests. Or if you guys are enjoying the Animal Crossing, we can just do the Animal Crossing. We can work on finally decorating my house. It's been a long-awaited process. It remains, like, mostly empty, except for 1 floor that I have decorated and really love. Big yawn. Ugh. It's cold, and so I'm all bundled up, and now it's making me all sleepy. That is once again the graphic marker. That's not what I'm trying to grab. I keep doing it. I need to like just set it aside so I stop grabbing it by mistake. Here's a hyper-specific question. Do you guys have a favorite Animal Crossing hourly music? How can you, of all people, have an undecorated Animal Crossing house? I know it's awful. The thing is that, like, I have the Happy Home DLC, so I spend all of my time decorating my villagers' houses, and then I neglect mine. That's how. So it's like all my villagers have really nicely decorated houses, and then mine is mostly empty. Well, it's not empty. I have stuff going on. It's just that it's the same stuff that was going on in 2020, and like I desperately need to change it because I'm way better at decorating now. I have my upstairs is like a kitchen area, which I know is like kind of weird to have the kitchen be upstairs, but I wanted like that extra space without like taking up my entire main room. So my upstairs is like a kitchen space, and that is like been completely decorated recently. It's my favorite room in my house. It's fantastic. And then all my other rooms are like mostly empty, kind of just waiting to be decorated. I have one like kind of bathroom that's still decorated, but I don't really like it because I did it in 2020 and it hasn't changed since. And then my basement is full of gyroids. Like, it's completely, like, every single wall space is full, every single floor space is full, except for, like, 2 little spaces in the corner, which is where my jukebox goes. It's a chaotic place. I think I'm gonna have a hard time letting go of that one, but I do want to do something else with the basement. I want to make, like, a little games room or an arcade or something down there. But I think that's the funniest place to take people when they come to visit my house. So I'll definitely show you guys that on stream. But to be completely honest, like, my island looks nice, but a lot of it is a bit of a disaster because I'm just, like, constantly doing new projects and, like, forgetting stuff. I literally, like, I've had my island, like, partially covered by mannequins for, like, probably at least, like, half a year, if not a full year, up until literally today when I finally got annoyed with them and picked them all up. Because I was trying to move my rocks, and it didn't work because the space I set up wasn't actually big enough for them. So I gave up. And then I've just had mannequins sitting around since. Yeah, I don't know how all of this wrist wrinkling is really looking. Like, it feels kind of weird. Doesn't look right. I'm liking, like, what I've got going on the back of the hand here. I think that part's pretty good. Let's see, how does this work? Like this, and then it goes down into this kind of shape, right? I think that's the hard part, is kind of just trying to follow how the wrinkles work and fall across a hand. Because they typically follow, like, the webbing in between the fingers, and then they fall along, like, the veins of the hand. And then you definitely see more wrinkling on, like, the knuckles and stuff, so... I don't know. Work in progress. That's something. That's a start, I think. Maybe we'll do one more hand study before we move on to a few more face studies. Let's go back to my old people hands search. Maybe I'll try and get one with the palm of the hand in it. Show me your palms. No, every photo of old people's hands is just the back of their hands, apparently. The palm was too much to ask for. Yeah, I guess I'm not getting the palm. Alright, that's fine. Let's just find a hand to draw. This one's in more of like a resting position. We'll do that. So weird having my my session times not line up with the hour. Like, I know it really makes no difference when I start, like, because I'm just doing the thing, I'm studying. But it feels wrong. Like, it feels really weird to look at my clock and see that it's like, oh, it's 2:15, but it's like, my study session isn't gonna end at 2:50. So, like, I don't know, it makes me feel like I have longer than I actually do left in, like, at least this particular chunk, this 50-minute chunk. I don't know, it messes with my head a little bit. I feel like I get so clock dependent. But yeah, I'm also very much one of those people who's like, well, I missed the hour mark to start my studying. Guess I have to wait like another 15 minutes until I can try again. And like, you know, when it's like 2:50 or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I'll wait 10 minutes and then I'll start studying. That's fine. But you know. It starts to become a problem when it's like, oh well, it's 3:16 right now, so I guess I'll start studying at 4. I'm really good at procrastinating. I don't know if you guys have noticed that about me yet, but really good. And then I also have anxiety, so I procrastinate, and then I get stressed because I procrastinate, and then I procrastinate because I'm stressed, and it becomes a vicious cycle. I just get distracted also so much anymore when I study. Like, I've been trying to get better at just putting all of my devices on Do Not Disturb and, like, dealing with it. But then whenever it's all on Do Not Disturb, I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll take a little break and check my notifications. I'm like, that's not the point of having Do Not Disturb on. The point of Do Not Disturb is that I don't check my notifications, but You know, even when I'm still on Do Not Disturb, I do still check that stuff. The Do Not Disturb status on Discord means nothing. I'm still looking at it all the time. Tell me about it. I can distract myself. Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. It's partially why I've started, like, I've started doing more of, like, the study streams, and I really enjoy doing the study streams, because, I don't know, it's a level of multitasking where, like, you know, I'm really just doing one thing. I'm just talking while I do it. So it's like a level of multitasking where it's not, like, sapping my productivity. And then also I have a whole chat here for, like, people will tell me off if I start, like, doing stuff that I'm not supposed to. And you better. If ever I start, like, wandering off and getting distracted and, like, checking my messages and not doing my work, you guys better tell me. It's kind of like studying with a friend to help keep you accountable, except it's multiple friends from everywhere over Twitch. But yeah, I don't know, it puts like a little bit of social pressure on you, like just like a little bit, just enough to, like, make me feel like I should be working and staying on topic. And honestly, I think this might just be, like, a side effect of streaming all my work so often. Talking about my work while I do it genuinely helps me focus on it now. I think that may just be because I've gotten so used to talking about, like, my sketching process and stuff on Twitch, but I'm like, if I narrate it out to myself, I feel like it goes better. It's more smooth. That hand is not proportional, but I'm happy with how the wrinkles turned out, so we'll take our victories here. 20 minutes. Time to go find some more portraits. And I'm also gonna have some water that I keep saying that I need to be doing. Oh, posture check too, thank you. That's a good reminder. I need that one. How do people have their backs straight all the time? I don't get it. My posture has been checked. I feel so upright. Okay, let's find some more old people to draw. I like this picture. Spine is spining again. I know. I'm like, I'm trying to commit to the posture check for more than, like, 30 seconds. I'm trying to keep, like, my spine in a good, like, straight position. This chair isn't, like, very ergonomic. It's like a cup chair, because, like, it's very rounded in the back because it's easier for me to sit, like, cross-legged in it. But it doesn't do very good for posture support. Maybe I should put, like, a pillow behind me or something, but for now I'm gonna just try and keep my back straight. We're gonna try at least for a little bit. Oh no, that's too dark. Hold on. Ah! The lid's got stuck together. Like when I'm driving, I have to, like, adjust my mirrors for my bad posture, especially, like, when I'm driving in the evening or at night. I'm like, and it's time to adjust the seat for the evening posture. Or, like, especially my mirrors. I'll be driving and, like, I'll get in my car and my mirrors will be all adjusted to where I can see out of them. And I'll be all ready to go, and then I'll get, like, 20 minutes into my drive, I'm like, why can't I see out of my mirrors properly anymore? And it's just because I'm, like, slouching more than when I started to drive. I've got a new... I've been talking all about routines today. I've got a new routine now for when before I start stream too. Because I drive over here. I don't have my streaming stuff at my own house. So sad. But I drive over here. And it's a bit of a lengthy drive. A lot of cities here, instead of growing like up, we grow out. So very, very wide city. So it's about like a 25 minute to half hour drive. So I gotta keep myself entertained. So my routine, my pre-stream routine lately has been I turn on Hatsune Miku in the background, and then I just talk to myself for the entire drive. And I like it. Like, I talk to myself kind of like I was talking for a video or a stream, because I'm trying to get, like, my voice warmed up and, like, get the ideas flowing for what stories I want to tell on stream, all of that kind of stuff. My mom borrowed the car the other day, and when I went to drive it again, I literally couldn't lift my head. My neck was literally against the roof. Yours were so bad. Oh, I know, it's like, trying to share cars with anyone is, like, awful. I share a car with my younger brother, and, like, I can always tell when he's been in the car because the seat will be all the way down and all the way back. My brother is pretty tall, so, like, it makes sense, but then I'm like, I have to, like, pump the seat all the way back up so I can even, like, see it at the front. What I don't get is how he, like, feels comfortable having it so far back. Like, it's so far back. But I guess to each their own. If it works for him, I guess I shouldn't really question it. But then his friends too would always push the passenger seat all the way back as well. And then I'd go to pick up my friends for anything, and they'll be like, so I can't get in the back seat, and we'd have to adjust everything again. I can't lie, I have my seat super far back too. I mean, fair enough. Obviously, I do not have the height to make that feel comfortable for me, so I'm like, I'm sure it works for you, right? I just can't imagine that being me. I feel like I definitely put my seat up pretty far compared to other people as well. I don't know. I like to be sat up a little bit, so I always feel like my seat has to come forward and up to match that. Makes me feel like I can see better. Maybe you have a short torso? I don't think so. Maybe? I've never really thought about that before. I don't know what I'm doing with the hair for this one. That's a really bad looking braid. It's fine. It's not about the braid, it's about the face. I'm just gonna keep reminding myself that. And I'm gonna need to redo the face because the one I drew with highlighter is not it. You'd be surprised, me and my friend are the same height, but when we sit down, he's taller. He's taller, it's weird. Yeah. AutoCorrect's giving you a run for your money there, huh? Yeah, and I've definitely seen comparisons. I guess I don't know anyone else who's, like, the same height as me, so I don't really have anyone to compare against. Which is funny, I'm like, I think I know people that, like, I know more people that were my height, because I'm 5'6", which is, like, just, like, right spot on average here. But all of my friends are either, like, a good bit shorter than me or a good bit taller than me. I don't have anyone who's, like, super close in height to me. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore the previous eye guidelines I drew here. And we're gonna fix them, hopefully. Did I make them too close together this time? I may have made them too close together this time. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. They're not that bad. I'm just thinking about how now I'm gonna have to, like, set up my dimensions for the roughs with the ruler. I don't want to have to do that. I dislike drawing teeth. That's as good as we're gonna get. Your ruler skills need the practice? They sure do. I cannot use a ruler for the life of me. Oi, hi Senko! Welcome back! How has your study been going? Suffering? Yeah, that's fair. I think this is a little bit of a better in-between on the wrinkle thing. Like, there are wrinkles and they're visible, but, like, it's not making her look, like, 80. She just looks like an older woman who has some wrinkles, which is kind of the goal here. Maybe it's the expression that helps. I don't know. You're doing an 8-week internship from 7:30 a.m. to 4:45 p.m. Then you work 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. 3 of the 5 days. That is a lot of work. Wow. Damn. This is a long day, too. Help. I'm sorry, I don't know how much I can do for you. I send you my thoughts and my prayers. That does sound like it's really difficult, though. Bro, that's easy. That's a lot of hours in the day. That sounds... I couldn't do that. I'd be, like, at home, like, in tears about it before week 1 was even over. Okay, let's draw one more. I am barely keeping up. I bet. I mean, I think it's impressive that you're able to keep up with something like that at all. Like, that is a lot of work. I need to, it isn't even a choice. Oof. Well, good luck. I know you can do it, but it does sound like it's gonna be tough. You got this, Senko. Use your youthful energy. I'm almost dead. What are you talking about? Yeah, nothing like being exposed to the horrors of the workforce to take the youth right out of you. How's your studying going though? Pretty good. My initial studies are taking longer than I thought they would, but it's fine. We have lots of time to do the refs. After this study block, we're gonna start on the compositions. Or at least, you know, the sketches for the compositions. So pretty good. Oh, speaking of like youthful energy though, my knee feels better. My knee that I injured like Saturday. It's feeling much better. I feel so youthful again. That's a lie, but I feel slightly more capable. Oh, and you guys know what else happened that I kind of forgot was happening already? Another drop for Pokemon Prismatic Evolutions. And yes, once again, my coworkers did help me secure some because they are lovely people. And I am like so grateful to like the managers at work who are making it happen for me, because I literally would not be able to get this series without them. So I love them. Thank you. How did you injure it? I wasn't there. Oh, I don't know. I just had like a long day at work the day before and I was on my feet like all day. And then I came home and my knee really hurt. So I don't know what I did. But it sure was painful. It feels better now though, so we're all good. It only lasted for like a day. Let's go. Muffin's got the connections. Yeah. You know, I give this company like 2.5 years of my life working for them. They give me Pokemon cards. It's a fair trade. I, alas, once again did not pull much good. I think the pull rates in this series are just like so much lower than everything else. Which is like, why would you make it so everyone has to go try and buy more stuff and then like not print enough for everyone to get stuff? But I digress. I've kind of just committed myself to collecting all like just the standard arts of the evolutions. And that's coming along pretty nicely. I've got 6 out of 9. I don't even know what to tell customers anymore when they ask about it though, because we're not allowed to put people on the callback list for it anymore, because people keep assuming that we'll call you back when we have it in is like a pre-order, which is not true. We don't do pre-orders. So we've just like had to stop accepting names for Pokemon. So I get people like calling the store all the time, like, when will it be in? I'm like, I don't know. The delivery's supposed to get here for drop day. But apparently we had the mini tins, which I did get a mini tin. Originally I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get all 8 of the mini tins, but that would have been over $100, so I decided not to do that. I just got Sylveon. It's a very cute tin, but apparently we had those out and they like disappeared immediately. Like a lot of my coworkers said it was like we never had them in stock. They just went like pretty much the instant they got put out. Pokemon fans are crazy, you guys. I know that I'm included in those fans, but I try to be respectful about it at least. Pokemon fans are rabid, yeah. I've seen some very crazy TCG fans, and it's like I also tend to go a little bit ham over the TCG myself. I'm a very passionate collector. Not that crazy. No, not that much. Like, if the only way I can get my hands on the new series is to get into a fist fight, like a physical fight with another person, or even just like a verbal fight, like, I'm staying home. Like, fuck that. I really want to finish those little Eevee arts I was doing, but school's gotten so busy. And they feel cursed because, like, literally the same day I did them, I got so sick. And that stream was, like, a disaster. So they feel a little cursed. But I do definitely wanna do them. And there's break time. I will worry about wrinkles and details and all of that later. Let's pop on over to the just chatting. I'm gonna run ads now, as we've been doing, just so, and I'll move just in a sec, just so that we don't have to deal with them while I draw. So everyone that is headed off to the ad break, I will see you shortly. You won't be missing much. I'm just gonna be sitting here adjusting some stuff. So see you guys soon. Okay, let's get this thing out of the way, huh? Wanna crop it down to the proper size. I want it still to be, like, big enough for you guys to see. Maybe we'll cover, like, my drawing tablet. There, that's probably okay, right? Well, now's a good time for a snack or a stretch or some water. Who wants some cheese? Oh, guys, I am yawning so much. Apparently Twitch felt the need to send me a notification about the fact that I added a clip to my stories, even though I know that I did that. I guess just a confirmation, but I'm like, I looked at it, I saw it there, I clicked on it on stories to make sure it uploaded properly. I'm still getting used to that. I need to clip more stuff for my streams. Why am I so tired? It is 2:30 in the afternoon. The way my VTube model freaks out when I'm drinking water is still, like, it will never stop being funny to me. So I will continue to drink water in front of my VTube camera. Oh. There you go. I think having the camera here is working, like, a lot better, though. Make that a bit smaller. I am appreciating it here. I think it's helping. Guess this is just what we're doing now. I'm just gonna keep yawning. I'm so sleepy. I think it literally just is because of how cold it is down here too. I'm struggling a little bit. Alright, I guess I gotta start thinking about mapping out everything for my ref sketches. What aspect ratio did I do my thumbnails in? I think it was just like 2 inches by 3 inches. Because I'll probably do my roughs in like a similar size, just like sizing them up from that. Also, welcome back from ad break, everyone. I hope your ads were okay. As enjoyable as they could be, maybe. What size did I do these in? Oh, I must have done them in inches. Okay, that's why. I think they're like 2 by 3 inches. I'm gonna go find a ruler with inches on it. I'll be right back, you guys. Hey, update. I cannot find a ruler with inches, so we're gonna use centimeters instead. It's the superior unit anyway. I think Canada is so weird for stuff like that, because for the most part we use metric, but like, then like every once in a while there's just something that randomly we use an imperial measurement for. And I honestly think that is worse than just using one or the other. And I am still chilly. Anyone wanted an update on that? I wonder if I can find, like, another blanket. I don't know, I don't think I have any more. I hate measurements, it's so confusing. I know. I hate having to convert between measurements. Like, I still am so bad at unit conversions. I guess I should check my email to see what my prof said about these. My class got canceled last week, so I had to, like, do an email. I don't think he even emailed me back. Okay, nice. Alright, that's fine. I figure it out by myself. I feel like I don't have anything really exciting to do for break either, other than just like chat and complain about how tired and cold I am. I get annoyed that I keep yawning. I don't know why that keeps happening. I think I know what I'm gonna do for the roughs though, which is nice. I'm happy about that. It's called being tired. Yeah, I know. That's the thing though, I really don't think I'm that tired. Like, I feel fine. I just think it's because it's so cold down here. Like, it's doing something. My blood's not circulating as well. My system's like, alright, it's sleepy time. But I do not feel like it's sleepy time. Did you get any cool cards in your new packs? I did get a few, yeah. I got another full art trainer for, like, a trainer that I don't even know because I think it's from the Scarlet Violet DLC. I got a few, like, fun, because they've got, like, the special Master Ball print cards. I got a Master Ball Dunsparce, which I think is, like, the funniest thing ever. I like him a lot. And then I got another Ogerpon EX card, which would be cooler if I cared about Ogerpon. I know some people, like, really, really like her, and I think her design is neat, but again, I haven't played the DLC, so I don't really have a lot of stakes in that. Alright, we're just about at go time again. Time to get back to work. I guess I better take you guys back to the desk here. You should play the DLC sometime. They're both pretty fun. Okay. That's good. I haven't really heard from, like, anyone if the DLC is good or bad, so I just haven't really bothered to get it. Maybe the DLC can be a stream activity, actually. That'd be fun. Do you guys think we're gonna get a new Pokemon game this year? I know it's been, like, theorized that this is supposed to be, like, the year that a new one drops, but, like, we have heard absolutely nothing about it other than, like, rumors. Unless I'm missing some big announcement, but I'm pretty sure I would have heard about it by now if a new Pokemon game got announced, you know? Yeah, go for it. You have to play them in order, though, because they're connected. Okay. Cool, I can do that. I'll have to, you know, find some room in the budget for them first, but I hope we get a new game, but I can wait for quality. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, I know everyone's rumoring it because the tradition is, like, every 4 years, so, like, that would make this year, like, the 4th year since Scarlet Violet, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that those games, like, came out that long ago already. But definitely, like, after Scarlet Violet's launch, I hope that maybe the Pokemon Company have, like, reconsidered some things about, like, you know, if they want to do something ambitious, then they maybe have their way from their usual release schedule for the sake of, you know, making the launch turn out good. Okay, let me go measure my thumbnails. It's like, I don't know, I hope for a new game, but it's not like I can't tide myself over on other things until the game comes out, because I would rather the game be, like, good. So I think that is a totally valid take. But I am also going to continue to riot until we get a Pokemon game that is set in Canada, or, like, obviously not in Canada, but is a region based on Canada. It is such a good country to turn into a Pokemon. I'm so mad that they haven't done it yet. Okay, so they were 4 by 6 inches. So I guess I'm gonna, like, do 3 times the size. ish, or not inches, centimeters. So what, 12 by math. They're 4 by 6, so, and then times 3, so it'd be 12 by 18. I don't know if that actually scales properly. That would be cool. We need that I wanted to make fun of him. I would love a legendary moose. I think we have so many animals that you could make Pokemon based off of. We have so many different like terrains and areas and like whatchamacallit, like biomes, I guess. That you could turn into like different places across the seriously, we have so many different provinces and we have territories as well, and you could like, you know, condense that all down and then like make each of them kind of the theming for like the gym. So I have clearly put into I'm clearly very passionate about it, but like I'm just like everyone is just really nice and some of them speak French. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how we are too, except for the most... That's actually not true. There are French people everywhere, but a lot of them do stay in Quebec where, you know, the majority of people there are French. Okay, I'm focusing in for the measurements part, guys. 12. I've not heard of that show before. I can finally get my friends without Crunchyroll to watch, yeah. It's always like good news when a show that's like on a super exclusive streaming service that you wouldn't buy for like any other reason finally comes to a place where it's like more accessible. I don't know, Crunchyroll has never been like an investment I could justify. Because it's like there's some stuff on there that's really good, but come on, they don't even have Sailor Moon on Crunchyroll. Or at least not all of it. I think they might have like some of it, but they don't have like the original one from the 80s, and that's like a crime. The 80s, or was it the 90s? It may have been the 90s. I cannot remember currently. Netflix is a lot more common. Crunchyroll is pretty too niche. It is. Like, it's nice. The concept of having a streaming service that is like just for anime is really nice, but like, I think there's a lot of stuff that they like don't have that's kind of like, you know, it's a little sad. So, and I mean, Netflix has honestly been starting to have more animes on there, which is kind of nice. Crunchyroll are kind of jerks. I've heard that briefly mentioned. I haven't really ever looked into it much, but I have definitely heard people say that before. I don't know. I've definitely talked about this before on the channel. Like, I like anime, but I have very specific, like, tastes for anime, so I can never justify, like, Crunchyroll and stuff like that. Mostly my thing is that, like, I cannot get into a show if it's too long, and a lot of anime is, like, really, really long running, so I find it hard to get interested, with the exception of Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon, but that is because, like, I watched Sailor Moon when I was like younger as well, so it's kind of just nostalgic. But I had some friends actually recently like, One Piece is really good, you should start watching it. I'm like, I do not have the time to invest in 1,000 episodes of a show. Sorry. They know they have a huge monopoly on anime streaming. They've had issues with changing translations, and they don't like when people complained on comments. They straight up removed comments? That's crazy. Like, I get removing comments when people are, like, saying really mean stuff that's, like, unwarranted about, like, someone personally, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but that just sounds like a minor correction, like a hey, just so you know. Crazy. Okay, let's take a look back at the thumbnails, and I'll show you which ones we're gonna adapt. Oh, here's the 3 o'clock music. I like the 3 o'clock music. Okay, so here's the vision. The pink ones are young, the orange ones are like 20s, the green ones are like older. I don't know why I said 30 to 40. Was I gonna make... I think I was gonna make her a little bit older in this one. That's fine though, that's easy. So we're gonna go in close. I'm gonna change the focus for a sec. So I'm wanting to do like a continuity with the little swing here, because that's like my favorite scene from, well, maybe not my favorite scene, but one of them. It's a really good scene from the Keira Knightley movie. I wanted to use the swing. I think I like this one the best. And I think we kind of like move around the swing. I'll show you a demo, I guess, in a sec here. And when I say remove comments, I mean they literally removed the comment section. That's so funny. Imagine just like, we don't like you politely trying to correct our mistake. No more comments for you. That's hilarious. They look really good already. Thank you. Whoop, that was a sudden movement. I'm sorry. This webcam sometimes decides to be smooth, sometimes is not. So I'm thinking with like the swing, right? I guess this isn't gonna help because the figure is gonna change positions on the swing. So imagine that Sylveon is the swing. And I think that as we go through like the compositions, we're gonna start from like this angle of the swing. we're gonna go to like this angle of the swing and then to like this angle of the swing. Like we're gonna kind of pan around it throughout the compositions. That's kind of the plan here. So let's start with this. I think we're gonna start with like a back view. I think that's the best way to do it. Let's hop over here. I have some dolls here. I might use my dolls as pose references for today. Just vibe into the Animal Crossing music too. I forgot to turn off the drawing request reward for this stream. I'm gonna do that really quickly because I don't want anyone to try and redeem it and then be met with like, sorry, can't do that this stream. There we go. It's off. I think that's the one thing that's going to be like tricky. I'm going to have to remember to turn that on and off based on what I'm doing for stream. I have not done very much so far in this work block. Actually, okay. I'm going to draw the pose first. I think drawing the pose first is the better idea here. I think it'll help. And then I can, because it's a lot easier to build everything else around the pose. So give me 1 second. Ugh. Here we go. I have to discard some accessories here, but this will work. Here's what we're doing. We're gonna use my Frankenstein beach doll, and they are going to be very kind and model this pose for us. I'm gonna take the little overcoat thingy off as well. It's not really a coat, but yeah, the little jackety thing off so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. The hat doesn't come off, but that's fine. I'm more so using it for like the body pose. And obviously monster high proportions are exaggerated, so I'm just going to unexaggerate them in my drawing. And we're doing like a shot from behind, so I guess I better... Oh good, I do have elastics here. I better tie the hair up. Please excuse this this short detour for me to mess around with this doll. Promise it has a purpose. I do actually sometimes, well, I mean obviously, but I do sometimes use my dolls as like pose reference. They're free pose reference, honestly, as long as you're okay with like their proportions being kind of exaggerated. So we're doing, I'm gonna zoom out. We're doing kind of a back pose, seated. So we'll put the legs like that. Let's bring back my original concept. Doing so much back and forth in. I gotta remember to post that comic that I did on Instagram as well. I put it up on the Discord. But I meant to put it on Instagram as well. And I need to do that. I'm gonna give like a slight cross to the legs. Time for the shoes to also come off. Gonna give a slight cross to the legs. And then have the arms up to like hold on to the swing. I'll have them kind of at like different heights like that, just for some variety in the pose. And that's looking pretty good. I just need to find something that I can sit her up on. What have I got here? So many trinkets, yet nothing with like a flat top. We'll use this Pepsi can. I'm gonna have to break the tab off of it, aren't I? Fine, be that way. I'm gonna break the tab. This has been like such a side quest. I promise it has a purpose. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna just slide that out of frame because it's not really doing anything for you guys. It's just for me. Alright, and let's return to the original objective. Drawing the figure. I think I would like her to be looking over her shoulder a little bit. Just so I can draw the face. I think that's kind of important. And we'll put into practice, we'll remember the things that we did for our studies. We keep the teenage body lankier. I'm getting my my little handout here ready for reference again. Okay. Figure is slim, but it's also quite boxy at this point. I think I want to do some changes with like the background and the sky as well as I draw this. I think that's a good thing. Gotta remember to make the arms pretty slim. This is a big problem I had when I was doing my studies. This is why studies help. Okay, actually, I think we're gonna drop this arm. We're gonna switch. I had the other arm lower and this one higher. I think instead we're going to drop this arm and then have the one on the other side higher. Because then it kind of opens the face up a little bit more. I think that'll work good. Let's bring you guys back into the drawing so you can see. I always try and make the movements with that camera as like smooth as I possibly can because I don't want to make anyone like motion sick or anything from moving it. I guess with the swing, her arm would be out, like more beside her, wouldn't it? And I have to think about those measurements because I think they might be slightly off. I'm gonna put the other hand like up here. Yeah, I do like the variety in the arms though. It makes it feel like less stiff and more like she's kind of turning around to see someone there. Gives more action to the pose, even though it is like a pretty stationary pose. And I think I definitely do need to bring these arms just a little bit shorter. There we go. Yeah, it didn't need much, but that looks a little bit better. I think I drew the head a little bit big, but I'll worry about that in a moment. There we go. We have this very like long, lanky body. And that's about correct. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the doll again. And I knocked over the can. You guys definitely heard that. It was right by my microphone. I'm sorry. Just to kind of reference how this goes in perspective. So we're gonna see the front of her legs kind of in a perspective like this. And then these definitely are already slim because lanky, because teenager, but are even smaller because of perspective. Yeah. Talking through this process has been very helpful, I think particularly for this one. Yeah. Then we got a bit of that nice subtle cross. Gonna work with the skull a little bit here. This is where I put the doll down because that's not gonna help me at all with proportions. I think if we pulled this shoulder, we're just gonna change the proportions a little bit here. I think that makes a little bit more sense like that. Lots of fine-tuning. Does mean that I have to do more of like a perspective kind of shot, but I think that works okay. I just need to reposition this arm then. And that means that there does need to be a little bit of perspective on that as well. I'm bringing my face really close to my sketchbook, so now my face is clipping out of the VTube model, which is what I was trying to avoid, but sometimes it is unavoidable. Okay. Let's add in the swing. The swing is important. I guess this is probably a good time to use the ruler, hey? Kind of perspective-y, but not like super perspective-y. I definitely will need to think about the perspective on the swing. I just am trying to get it kind of blocked in for now. It is, of course, still a sketch. I love to remind myself of that. And then there, we can't see like that part of the leg. I think the swings should be a little bit thinner, maybe. There we go. That looks a little more natural. Look at it in perspective. Yeah, definitely bring that side in. And then I'm gonna need to reposition the hands to actually hold the ropes, but you know, is what it is. It's really not that bad. I just need to shift the positioning of the arms ever so slightly. This one is an easy fix. Let's make the hand face more in. And this one, I just need to move the upper arm slightly out. And the hand goes up there. There we go. That's our base. I do like that. That's looking really good. Let's add the eye here. I'm gonna workshop the perspective of this in the future, but for now it's gonna be okay. This is why it's called a rough. Give her like a nice big smile there so she looks excited to see whoever she's looking back at. I think that's nice. That's a fun little like kind of childlike vibe. Been drawing a lot of trees lately, and it's gonna be absolutely no different here. We're gonna draw some trees. Just a couple of them though. We're gonna draw one that you can kind of see the roots of here. And then we're just gonna hint at one on the side here that's probably holding up this swing. And just for some fun framing, we'll have its roots kind of come through the foreground here. I think I'm way better at this kind of composition than I am at the big, like, perspective-heavy compositions. This kind of thing is my jam. I can do this in my sleep. I don't know, like a little fence there or something. I think definitely I'd like to add some more detail to the kind of like estate behind her. But... I'll have it be like a nice early morning kind of deal here as well. Sun kind of peeking over the horizon and lighting everything up like that. Very, like, countryside kind of thing going on here. I'm a fan. I like it. I think I'll do... I'm questioning if I want to do, like, the value stuff first, or if I want to just, like... Oops, I'm bending the page. Or if I want to go through and do the sketches for each and then come back and do the values. Maybe I'll finish them with values first. I want to give her definitely a more, like, casual dress, given that she is a child. Gonna have to do my least favorite thing in the world, some fabric studies to figure out exactly how that dress would be hanging, but... that's alright for rough purposes for me. And then I suppose it is important to give her hair also. And I'll keep it down for this one. I think having it tied down will provide like some nice differentiation between the other ones because she's gonna have it up in the other drawings. So I think that's good. I think that's good for a start. Let's grab the all the pencils and let's get to work on actually giving some value to this thing. Not a pencil sharpener around here. Where is it? That's kind of important. Well, I guess I'm gonna look for my pencil sharpener really quick first. I have one here. Where did it go? That's so weird. On the floor. Does not look like it's on the floor. Huh. Well, that's weird. I don't know where it went. I think most of these are already sharp, so I don't need to worry about it yet, but I do not know where it is. So hopefully we don't need too much of it. That should be a little bit of a darker tone. I guess we'll start with the 2B and we can work darker. I love sketch art so much. Thank you. Yes, I'm a big fan of it too. Honestly, I don't use pencils very often anymore because they just get so smudgy and it bugs me. But I must admit, I love the way a good pencil sketch looks. I don't think it competes with highlighters for me still, but it's up there. It's good. I don't want anything to feel like too dark. I feel like if I make this like tree silhouette in the front too heavy, too dark, it'll feel like kind of menacing. More like a spooky fairy tale than like a nice warm morning where like we can see like how happy and hopeful this character is. So I definitely don't want to be too heavy-handed with it. But I'm definitely gonna go for a lot more light colors in this one. It's supposed to feel like bright and sunny. Yeah, you just have so much control with pencil lightness, darkness, and that kind of thing. Oh yes, that part is absolutely lovely. I do agree. It is nice having like that full range and all of those options to kind of make that variety of stuff happen. And I mean, nothing will ever compete with how much I hate charcoal, so, you know, pencil's a pretty good medium. Just gonna use some hatching to reference the shape of the tree leaves here, and I'll do it for this tree as well. And I'm gonna make this tree up here, I think. At least like this side of it is gonna be lighter because this is kind of where the sun is gonna be hitting. So it'll creep around the front like so. And then we can make it a little bit darker on the parts where the sun isn't hitting. And I'll do the same with the fences here. Starting darker in the back, and then a lot lighter where the sun's hitting. I don't think that's coming through quite as well with those as it did with the tree, but we kind of get the intention, right? And then all like the swing and the ground and all of that kind of stuff will have like a little gradient to the light. And then I'll start the grass at about, make sure you guys can actually see that, at about that tone. A little bit of shadow. Very subtle shadow, but it's shadow. I guess that was a portion of the dress that I just colored, but whatever. I'll just like keep getting a little bit lighter as we move towards the area where the sun is hitting directly. Little darker around like these areas that are blocked by the tree. But generally just getting nice and light at the end there. I'll take an HB on this edge of the field as well and add like a little bit more shadow. I don't want it to be too dramatic, but just evident that this is happening. And a little bit of a shadow for the character as well. I'll keep the sky this nice like white value for now. I think that's a good contrast, especially because her hair is gonna be dark. I think that works. I think that works. I think we're cooking here. So yeah, if we use a darker value for the hair. Again, we'll keep more shadows on the sides of the face and the arms that aren't really in the direct line of the sun. But I also don't want to make anything too dark, because I would still like it all to stand out against the other, like, shadows of the environment. There. I really, like, locked in for that one. Add just some details of the rope for the swing. And there we go. I think that's really cute. That's a good first sketch for this concept. Not super detailed on the hands quite yet, but we'll get there. Oh, and I want to make that shoe a darker color. Where's the 3B gone? There it is. Something like that. That might be getting a little bit dark down at the bottom there. Correction, it's a very good first sketch. Thank you. I am quite happy with this one. This is one of those ones where you start doing like the planning for it. You're like, okay, we're cooking. This could turn out pretty good. All right. I'm gonna try and get some of this pencil off the side of my hand. And we'll do some posing with the doll for number 2. Let's flip back over to the thumbnails, shall we? We'll try and get, like, this at least, like, we'll start getting this blocked out. I don't expect myself to be like, oh, done the sketch, just need to add the value in, you know, 6 minutes. I think that might be a little excessive. So we're gonna do this pose, but I think just from, like, a bit of a different angle. Let's zoom out. Okay. Nice thing is that I can just recreate the pose from this angle, and then I can move the doll. Let's turn it around in my hand. I love 3D objects. I think I might still have her hand, one hand on the swing, just like very gently like that, and then the other hand kind of holding her book open in her lap. And then she can be looking down kind of like that. I think that's a good pose. That's kind of what I got there. I knocked my eraser on the ground. Let me get it. That's kind of important. And then, okay, how did I say we were going to do? The wraps. So if this one is from behind, and I want this one to kind of be from here. Set back up my nice little Pepsi can for references. And let's go back into the page. Oh, don't fall over, please. I'm trying to shift the angle, like, just a little bit. Stop. Stop falling. No. Okay, there. I think I've got it balanced. I just have to be careful not to bump it now. We're all good. We got 4 minutes until break. That's totally doable. We can do that. I want to keep everything at about like the same scale here. I don't want any of these to appear like dramatically bigger or smaller. Really, the only thing I want to change is like the kind of proportions. So it's obvious that we're aging the figure. And I think that kind of mirrors as well how that scene works in the movie as well. I mean, it's not that long of a passage of time in the movie, but it is kind of a passage of time where she's like sat and thought. And I want to take it and make it like a little bit more of like a happier kind of thing. And make the arms a little bit thicker, a little more muscular. Make the shapes a little more round, a little less boxy. I think I once again drew the head too big. This always happens to me. That's fine. That's a decently easy fix. me draw the hand out first. And then the arm would be sitting something like that. And then she'd be holding the book. Like that. And now I just need to make the head smaller to match. Not even by much. There. That's about good. That's about good. It's a little more proportionate, right? Yeah, that looks about right to me. I like that. I'm gonna keep her in this like very basic kind of dress here, but I definitely do want to do some research to change that fashion over the drawings. But for now we're gonna worry about like posing and composition, so this is okay. This is okay with me. Alright, there is break time, which is good because my little ad start soon thing has popped up. So let me hop over to chatting so I can take my little break. I'm gonna start the ad. I'm gonna have a snack here, so I'm gonna turn myself off for a few minutes so you don't have to listen to the ASMR. So it'll just be a few minutes here, and then I will see everyone again for a little bit more break and then some more work. See you guys shortly. The ad break was the perfect amount of time for me to finish my potato wedges. Good job. Good job, Twitch. Welcome back, everyone, from the ads. I hope your breaks are going well. This is a friendly reminder from me to you to have some water and a snack if you haven't yet. Or just water if you need it. Water is important. If you're not hungry for a snack, I'm not gonna force you to have a snack. I feel like I'm being pretty productive. We're doing good. We're almost at our fourth session here. Fourth Pomodoro. I feel nice and relaxed too, even though I'm doing homework. I think having the candle, having like the nice little Animal Crossing music in the background, all of it is like just, it's creating a nice little environment, and I feel very, very like just calm, very chill. It's good stuff. The Animal Crossing music, good work music too, right? I think because it's nothing like super... Like, it sounds nice, but it's not like, you know, nothing crazy's happening. It's just like one very consistent like thing in the background. It kind of gets you into the mindset for like work, but like also calm at the same time. Animal Crossing music can make any situation relaxing. Exactly. I think I'm gonna need to start using it for homework more, because this is like doing wonders for today. Maybe if we have some extra time, we'll play some Animal Crossing. I make no promises, but we might be able to. Because it's made for a game where you just do your own thing. Yeah, that's very true. That's just good. They really popped off with this one. It's real great. I am a big fan. Ugh. Update also, it is still freezing cold down here. I am so chilly. So I brought all these other snacks with me, and I haven't even like had to break them out. I just finished my potato wedges from lunch, and I had my wrap earlier, and I'm like perfectly content. I thought I'd be starving by now. So I brought like little cookies, little like biscuit thingies. I brought a granola bar, brought some trail mix. Haven't had to eat any of it. That's not like really necessarily a bad thing. It's just like an observation. Maybe if we're still working by next break, I'll need to have some, but I feel like I might be able to get the next 2 roughs done in this stretch of time. And that would be really sweet. That would be really good if I could get it done in 4 blocks, and then we could spend like the last little bit of time I have scheduled out for stream relaxing, playing some Animal Crossing maybe. It's on my brain now, I really want to do it. I'm also just like now thinking about like, oh, what should I make for dinner? Food is just very much on my mind right now, I guess. I'm not sure. I feel like I should make something because I've been ordering out again a lot lately. And by a lot, I mean not super often, but I feel like I've been doing it more this past like week, so I definitely need to get back to cooking. I had a goal for like the month of January to not order takeout at all. Like the rule wasn't that I like couldn't have takeout. It was just that like if I wanted to get takeout, I had to go pick it up myself. I couldn't just, you know, order it on Skip. And honestly, I mean, I was so successful in that goal. I'm so proud of myself. But also, it was just like, it was so helpful for my wallet. Like, I didn't spend anywhere near as much money on food because, you know, Skip upcharges everything, and then you have to pay, like, delivery fee, and, like, tip, which is fine. Like, the drivers need to earn their money, but it does, like, get expensive really fast, especially when you're just ordering something that's, like, supposed to be cheap, and now suddenly it's $15 more. As someone who's eating pot noodles right now, I can't judge anyone's food choices. Fair enough. I mean, I don't really judge anyone's food choices either. You kind of just do what works for you. Once again, I'm back to yawning. I do just fine during the sketching portions, but then the moment we take a break, I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm so tired, so eepy. If they aren't good for me, why do they taste so good? Once someone can answer that, I'll stop. That's a fair question. I totally understand your reasoning. I'm not gonna stop you. Because I must admit that does sound delicious. I could go for some noodles of some sort tonight. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, back at it. Desk camera. Alright, let's finish drawing in the environment, and then we can begin with the, with all the word has escaped me. All the value studies. The shading. One of those was correct. I don't even know what I was originally thinking. Ooh, and it's almost 4 o'clock. We almost get a change in the music. Now, the thing is that I kind of want the scenery behind her to change. Because, you know, her life has changed. She's moved to a different place. I've got to head out. Have a good rest of your stream and week, Muffins. Thank you! I hope you have a good night. Thanks for sticking around. Hopefully I'll see you on Friday as well when we do the game stream. Otherwise, I'll see you Sunday. Have a good evening, Mercer. I wish I had like a little waving animation for my VTuber. Maybe I should make one. Alright. Again, I'm kind of gonna keep the outfit mostly the same. And then I want to worry about the fashion in the future. See how it changes through the decades. Once I actually get to that bridge. I'll worry about that later. But I'll have her hair up high for this one. I'm gonna fix the nose. It looks a little wonky. And then I guess this tree would be... Oh god, how does my perspective work? I'm trying to like rotate the scene in my mind. It's not working. I'm holding objects. I'm holding objects to figure this out. Give me a sec. The tree is there, and then we're rotating by like that much. Okay, it is on this side of her. I was correct. I completely overthought it. Yeah, put you over there. I think the thing is too that this would be a different tree, but I do want to keep the tree's position consistent. I think it would be weird if I didn't. It's like kind of there. I don't know. Ish. Leaves of the tree kind of just up and over like that. And then I want to have the fancy house in the background. However, drawing the entire fancy house sounds like a lot of work right now. A lot more work than I really want to put into a rough drawing. So we'll just have it like hanging out in the corner here. We'll give it like a nice little pathway, the area that she's sitting in. And then we'll like draw out the world's quickest trees and kind of line the edge of the property with them, I think. Something like that. And then we'd have the sun kind of coming through here. We'll have it like much higher in the sky for this scene. As, you know, time passing and all of those kind of motifs. And eventually we'll make this house look all fancy, but it'll be later. It looks quite messy right now. I'll clean it up with the shading and all of that good stuff. I'll do some nice long grass. I love framing scenes with long grass. Nice little framing moment. I think that looks cute. I like it. This is like midday, so lighting is less dramatic than the morning light. There will still be a little bit of shadow, but it definitely won't be quite so heavy. So we'll add like the heaviest shadows on like these areas that would be kind of shaded by the tree. And she has darker hair, so we'll add some more value to the hair as well. Although we'll still add some highlights on the back there. There we go. Something like that looks pretty good, I think. Let's shade the tree in as well. I'll leave some room on the edge to kind of highlight it with an even lighter value pencil. Just so we can see where the sun is kind of catching the edge of the tree. This was HP, so I guess I'll just go up one value key or whatever you want to call it and use H. I'll use that for the leaves as well. Just like I kind of did on the other one, I'm just gonna hatch to indicate where I want the shape of those leaves to be. That could maybe use some adjustment, but we'll think about that later. I use the side of this pencil to kind of bring some value into this grass. I want it to be a little bit darker than the rest of the field, just because it's probably, I imagine there were maybe a few other trees around this area, so it's a little bit more shady. I could be rendering dappled lighting, but I don't want to do that. That sounds too difficult. We'll give the path a bit of a darker value as well, because it's probably made of a darker material than the grass is. Something like that. Oh, let me actually get all the grass that I drew out. And then once again, we'll bring in this lighter color to do most of the rest of the shading. Definitely the light shading on the top of her hair. And then I'll bring like an even lighter color to do the skin. Yay, new music! Okay, and then this is the light shade as well that we'll use to do the tree canopy in the background here, around the edge of the estate. We'll keep the sky nice and bright. So I definitely do want the trunks of the trees to appear a little bit more visible, because they're kind of hard to see right now. We'll keep the sky light. And then I think I want like a 4-H or something for the grass. I might get a little bit darker towards the back here, but I think for the most part that's pretty good. Although I think this tree, the leaves of the tree in the background need to be picked apart from the tree canopy up front. So I'm going to come back with a slightly darker pencil to do that in a minute here. And to get the shadows back here, I'm just going to push a little bit harder with this pencil. Okay, let's get like the HB, I guess. I'm not really keeping track of where I'm putting everything, and they're just kind of all over my desk, and I'm grabbing them as I need and hoping I find the right one. Very efficient system, I assure you. There's the HB. Yeah, so let's pick these leaves out a little bit more, make them a little bit more distinct. We'd probably have like a nice catch light on the edge there as well, but I will worry about that later. It is still, after all, just a sketch. Become my catchphrase for today. It's just a sketch. And there is number 2. Okay, I'm gonna do the next one on like a completely new page because I don't want to push on the back and smudge all the drawings I've done in the first 2. But there are the first 2. They were, I did 12 by 18, I think. So we'll do the same for this one. That's kind of falling out of the back pocket. Let's measure out the space we need. Preferably in a straight line. There we go. Alright, there's our next frame. I'm just gonna do it in marker as well to make it stand out a little bit, same as I did for the other guys. Alright, there's a nice border set out. So just like with the other ones, I'm gonna bring the monster high doll back and we're gonna do a nice little bit of posing just so I have a bit of a reference for what I'm doing. Let's zoom out a little bit, shall we? Go back to the thumbs. So for this one, I am doing this where she's kind of just standing next to the swing. So I think this one will be actually a very easy pose to do. Because she's kind of just in like a resting pose like that with her hand on the swing. Yeah, that's easy peasy. Gonna prop the doll up over there. Good stuff. I guess I need to think about the rotation again because I wasn't entirely sure how I was gonna do like the swing around when I was doing the signs. So let's see. First one is like this. The second one we've rotated to be like this. I guess the third one. Sorry, I know this is not very interesting to look at, but maybe instead of having this arm up, I will set this one down at her side, and I will put that one up with the hand on the swing. And then we'll see the swing kind of like behind. Something like that, I think, will work. If I can get the doll to stand up, that is. Kinda got it like propped up against my little marker box off to the side. Alright, let's try this. I'm gonna try and keep the scaling the same without seeing the other drawings. Definitely gonna have to put the figure a little bit more over to the right side of the piece so I have room for everything else that's going on. Again, since we're aging the figure, it becomes a little bit more round again, a little bit wider. Some wrinkles and stuff happen because she's getting older. As you do. Do like this. I'm gonna have her dress kind of like blowing in the wind as well. It's a pretty like passive pose here, which I think is good. It's nice for like an older age pose. Her feet might be a little bit too close to the bottom of the frame now. This is all stuff that can be fixed in like final compositions though. Let me bring the camera closer once again. Oh, that might be a little too close. There we go. Just right. Could probably make her hold something at her side here, but I'm not sure exactly what that something is just yet. Lower the shoulder a little bit. So it looks a little bit more accurate. Proportions look a little bit better. Yeah, I definitely want her like kind of looking out like that as she kind of holds on to the arm of the swing here, or the rope, that's the word, of the swing here. There's going to be a little bit of perspective in play with that, huh? That's alright, I can figure that out. Definitely when I do the final composition, I'll want to focus on making that hand a little bit more aged, a little bit more wrinkly, like we practiced. I mean, that's what the studies were for, so... I want, like, a very peaceful expression on her face. And I'll have her hair still tied back, but low, so we have, like, this kind of progression. Give her the same dress I've been giving everyone so far, because I haven't looked into the different costuming yet, but we'll make it blow in the wind this time. Just because I think that's fun and pretty. And the others had some aspect of movement going on, so I think this one needs something similar. I think that's a good way to achieve it. Now, the swing. Not even doing it with a ruler this time, we're just sketching it out. How does this work with, like, the tree that's here? That's an important question. I don't know. Some stuff I'm really good at visualizing in my head, like 3D, like, perspective turns are not. I cannot. Like, if it changes perspective in my mind, it's like in a crazy room. I can't even, like, begin to visualize how that works. So if we have turned this way, the tree's, like, kind of like here now. It would be right in front of our perspective. So obviously I will not be drawing it like that, but I'll maybe get the overhead branches, because it would be like kind of almost in the middle here, or I guess it'd be like here, and the branch would be I don't want the branch like quite that close to the swing, but I want to be able to like see the evidence of its existence coming into the frame again. Almost using the tree branch as like a leading line. Oh, this one's gonna be tricky with the way the perspective works. And it would be like kind of overlapping again. Yeah, something like that. And I've once again forgotten what all the landmarks would be here. But I do know that I want it to be sunset. I guess I'm gonna have to consider the sun positioning as well if we're doing a turn. The first one is kind of a freebie because it's at a different location, but I guess I kind of established in the last one that we're gonna have like some trees around the property line, which I'll sketch in a little bit nicer in a minute here. And those will kind of be, the sun will be peeking through those. And then, let's see. Oh, I need an easier way to flip back and forth between these. This is kind of important. So if we're facing this way, then the path is going like, I think kind of this way. Which means that like the old estate house would be, well, not old, but The estate would be like right about there, which is going to be a really fun thing for me to have to worry about putting in the background. You cannot see anyone. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into how to draw that. Because right now it just looks like a very big child's drawing of a house. So that's definitely going to be a research moment for me, but I'm okay with just having it in the background to indicate that that is where I want it, you know? And then all that tall grass that I had there previously, I want that kind of like blowing in the wind. Feels like so much is going on in this scene, even though there's really not that much. I think having the values will help tie everything all together. Give her some wrinkles with the pencil. A lot of this is gonna still have to be stuff that I worry about when I do a little bit like more close-ups, more blown up versions of these pieces. It'll be a lot easier to worry about like wrinkles and little details when, you know, the face isn't still tiny. But yeah, that's kind of the vision for now. Let's go in with some color. And definitely there needs to be heavy shadows on this one because it is sunset. I'm starting with the 4B here, which means everything is going to be super graphite-y and smudgy. Yippee! But it also means that we'll get good dark shadows, so it's worth it. I think especially, actually, the outlines of stuff during sunset will be really distinct. So if I try and bring in these trees here, there's going to be a lot of backlighting for them. So like the center parts are going to be like super dark and shadowy, like so. And then there's kind of going to be like no, I'll do a lighter shade. Well, there's kind of going to be like an outline around them. In like, that'll be more color and look more like the thing. Those are still incredibly messy trees, but they kind of make the point that I'm trying to make right now, and that's what's most important to me. And then the shadows, that's not the right pencil. Where's the 4B that I was using? There it is. The shadows on this are kind of dark. She's gonna have some sun on her face, so we're gonna get like a little bit of light, but then also some dark shadows. Lots of contrast, very dramatic lighting. I'm gonna pick out the parts where the shadow would be, I think, the darkest. Still using the 4B, I'm just not pushing as hard to get some of these like lighter areas. All these areas that the sun's gonna be hitting. I'm gonna go back to like the H or the HB or something like that. And again, provided I can find it, there it is. To do some more shadows. Make the hair darker. This one's a little messy. You can tell it's the last sketch I'm doing. I'm like, alright, get her over with. I'm tired, I want to go home. That kind of thing. So, still gonna be dark, but there's a little bit of a light on the edge of the tree here. I haven't even brought in the leaves yet. I suppose I should do that. I'm gonna sketch in the outlines of where the leaves would be, just by doing some hatching and kind of scribbling with this pencil. Yeah, something like that's looking okay. Then we'll start out all nice and light at the edge of the field. And then as we move away from where the sun is, we're gonna make the shadows darker. So I'm gonna push harder with the pencil. And then back here, I am gonna shift to a slightly darker pencil so I can make the shadows come even darker. And then I'm gonna do this grass in the dark pencil we were using earlier. Which should still make it stand out pretty well against the background. And then I guess I need to worry about the swing as well. Use the HB again. It's been like my best friend. I've been using it so much. Oh, and I forgot about the path. The path is kind of important too. Something like that. That one, oh, I should probably worry about the skin as well too. This one's definitely a little bit more rushed than the others, but I think it still gets my point across. Part of the point being that I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to wrap things up here. Been streaming for like 4 hours. But yeah, that's that. I'll show you that with the other ones. It is kind of a progression. Let's zoom out. Yeah, I think they all kind of flow together pretty well. I'm happy with that. So that's a good amount of work we got done today. I did some studies, more studies, and a full set of roughs for my thing. It does say I have 17 minutes left, but I mean, I finished the work I set out to do, so I think that's a pretty big success. We'll clean off my desk, though, and hang out for just a few minutes before I wrap up. I hope you guys were also very productive today. We did a nice, well, it's not quite 4 hours yet because the timer is still running for another 17 minutes, but it's close to 4 hours. And I think that's pretty good. I did the thing that I needed to do, which was most important, is that I got done that objective, and I'm happy with myself and proud of that. Let me put this back in the little folder. See, that folder is so useful. Let me hop on over to just chatting. Yeah. I did like the Animal Crossing music, and hopefully I will not get in trouble for it. I will... The truth will reveal itself once we're finished the stream here. What did I want to do? I was gonna check something. I'm just looking at my stream layout here, so my head is kind of off the camera. I can bring it back though. Oh, my computer's low on power too. So I guess it is like getting to be time. I am getting quite sleepy, so I don't know. I think I will probably head off. Go enjoy the rest of my evening here. I don't think I'm gonna raid anyone tonight, but I will definitely raid, depending on viewership, after the game stream on Friday, and then definitely we'll do one on Sunday when I do my sketchbook stream. I think that'll be the plan for tonight. Yeah, and I think that's really all I got. I did all the work that I had to do for today, so I don't really have much else to add. I hope you guys also were able to be nice and productive. I hope you had fun if you were just watching, or I hope your work went well, whatever you were working on. I will be back on Friday for one more bonus stream for the week. Yippee! I'm on reading week, so I have some extra time, so I want to do a fun game stream. And I have that one set as viewer choice because I didn't know what I wanted to play. I just knew I wanted to do games. But likely the plan is going to be that we're starting off with Animal Crossing, and as requests come in, I will see if I can accommodate them. I will say my ability to accommodate stuff is kind of limited. Like, your options are kind of limited to stuff that I have on my Switch. Just due to what I'm able to stream, because my computer, as we all know, kind of sucks. But yeah, we'll see about that on Friday. I hope to see you guys there. It's starting the same time that this one started. I hope everyone has a good evening or night or morning, whatever time it is where you are at. I don't actually know how the time zones work out for that. But whatever time it is, wherever you're at, I hope you have a great rest of your day, a productive rest of your day if you're still working. And I will see everyone on Friday. Have a good night, guys.